Okay, welcome back to the channel, MegaWhale team. Thanks for tuning into another video. Today's video is going to be an update on the Solana chart. Now, we did a video on Solana about 10 to 14 days ago. I can't remember exactly when it was, but we went over a lot of things. But the main thing we talked about was whether or not we were going to flip bullish or remain bearish to $50. A few things we pointed out was we were in a big descending channel. Now, a descending channel basically started from this point here, which was the rising RSI. I'm not going to bring it up. We had a rising RSI, decreasing price, and we had that high over here. All right. So from then, we've had this downward sloping resistance, which has basically acted as a strong resistance many occasions on this chart. And obviously our downward sloping support, again, acting as support a few times on this chart. Since then, we have formed a downward sloping symmetrical triangle within the chart, and we have actually broken to the top side of the channel after retesting this major support zone 3 times. Now, in the last video, guys, I told you I bought in at $80. I told you our VIP bought in at $80. I also mentioned that for our YouTube subscribers, for everyone watching the video, your best entry would be upon the breakout of the descending channel. I told you guys, copy this chart down, watch the chart, and buy upon that break. If you bought when we said you should have bought upon that break, you'd be up about 11% right now, so a pretty good profit. But today's video is going to be talking about, what next, what's going to happen now. Bitcoin's breaking out, Bitcoin's doing pretty well. Where can we expect Solana to go? So like I just mentioned, we are in a descending triangle, a symmetrical triangle formation. We have just broken to the top side with a nice inverted head and shoulder pattern. So we can see this kind of inverted head and shoulder pattern we formed over here, which we have our head and our 2 shoulders, and we have broken to the top side. So if we did a measured move from the bottom of this pattern here, right, to the top of the trend line and apply to the breakout point, we can expect this price movement to continue and push us to around 120, which is actually going to be above this major support zone here. Sorry, this major resistance zone, which we pointed out in the last video, which is at $105 to $110 zone. So what I expect to happen in Solana is a break upwards, continuing through that major resistance, coming down, maybe retesting this resistance for a bit, and then a final push up to $140. I believe Bitcoin will go to about $47,000 if Solana reaches its target. Well, vice versa, if Bitcoin goes to 47,000, Solana should reach its target. Overall, Solana is looking pretty good. I'm just going to reiterate the bearish case scenario. If we somehow do crash here, re-enter this channel and break downwards and lose this support zone here, $50 is a target. So keep an eye on that. I'd be setting your stop losses again below 80. Anything below 80 is getting a little bit dangerous, getting a little bit risky, and more prone to this rapid drop to 50. For now, it is looking good. It's looking bullish. I'm very confident in this chart. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with my entry point. Obviously, you guys who bought in on the descending channel break, you're up 11%. Should be pretty happy. You got a bit of risk tolerance, a little bit of movement room over here, and should be expecting a continuation upwards. Let's take a look at some of the technicals. I'll bring up the bull market support band on a daily, and of course, we have broken over. Not only have we broken over that bull market support band, but we've come down and we retested it. We can see over here. I'm going to draw a little brush around. We can see we retested that bull market support band, pushed up and broke out of this channel. Really, really nice to see. Moving on, let's bring up the moving averages. We got the 100 and we got the 200-day moving average. We're going to break it down to a smaller time frame first, starting around 4 hours and building it up. We can see on the 4 hours we have flipped both. We got the 200-day moving average still slightly above the 50 moving average. We would like to see that 50 moving average move up and over this 200. If the 50 moving average can move up and over this 200, so we get a crossover, that is what you call a golden cross, all right, a bullish cross. We can expect the price to continue in that direction. If we go down to a smaller time frame, yep, just as expected, we can see that cross has already occurred. But as you know, crosses on small time frames happen quite often. It's the larger time frame crosses that we are more interested to see. So moving over to a 12-hour chart, we can see that we are over the 50. Sorry, I think it's 100 actually, my bad. I think, yeah, the 100-day moving average. We are over the 100-day moving average, which is really nice to see. And the price is pushing upwards here. In the previous times, we've found rejections on that exact point, and now we're over it. So it's indicating that we will still move up to that 200, which coincidentally lines up to around 120, which is the same target as our measured move target from this inverted head and shoulder pattern. Again, moving back to a day, we can see what's kind of resembling. We've got that bearish cross over here and the price continuing downwards, of course representative of what is occurring in the chart. Let's bring up our RSI to start off with again. So RSI is looking good, increasing RSI. Obviously a huge divergence. We can see that this decreasing trend line, well, we have this increasing RSI over here. You know, not much to say there, guys. We already know what that is. This is bullish divergence, pretty bullish over there. We expect that price to continue upwards. If we draw our trend line in, we can see we've actually broken out of that trend on the RSI as well, confirming that we are probably going to continue upwards. And we'll bring up one more indicator. Let's go the Ichimoku cloud, and the Ichimoku cloud, we're going to have to get rid of this one. Alright, Ichimoku cloud, we're pushing into the clouds here on the daily, which is nice to see. We haven't pushed into the clouds on the daily basically at all. You know, the last time we pushed into a red cloud on the daily was all the way back over here, 30th of July 2021. So, you know, guys, it's looking pretty good over here. We've broken our conversion line, broken our baseline. I wouldn't say that Ichimoku cloud is telling us to, you know, this is the perfect time to buy. It is quite a lagging indicator, which means it's going to give these delayed responses on the daily. If we move down to the 12-hour though, we're going to see a little bit better of a picture. Here we go, we're broken through the red clouds. Again, we have not seen this happen. We did see it happen over here on the 26th, but we can see still got resistance from that descending channel. Over here, we're broken out of that cloud. We've got no resistance from any trend lines above besides this resistance zone. So it's basically telling me this is free to move upwards. If we bring up our VPVR one more time, VPVR, we can see we've got this little chunk, and I'm going to actually bring it up to 200. We can see that POC line is below us. We've got this little chunk over here, but more or less, we've got a clean shot upwards here, guys. This is indicating, you know, just rounding over here. We can show you over here, there we go. All right, just rounding over here, indicating a pretty clean shot, and we do have a little bit of resistance around that range, and of course, there's our major resistance zone. So it's pretty likely we're going to see something like that occur if Bitcoin continues. I'm going to show you Bitcoin now real quickly on that daily. Of course, above the 100 moving average, very similar to Solana here. Broken out of that channel, and we can draw that channel in over here. Here, yep. And we've broken out of that symmetrical triangle formation. So similar pattern, similar chart. We expect it to behave in similar ways. If Solana wants to move up, Bitcoin is going to have to move up to this range. Simple as that, guys. All right, keep an eye on Bitcoin, keep an eye on Solana, copy down my charts. You know, remember, like, follow, subscribe. Sorry I haven't been uploading much on the last few days. I've been very, very tired. I've been going to sleep very lately. I'm still kind of recovering from that now. You know, it takes a bit of a hit when you're going to sleep at 4, 5 a.m. like 5 nights in a row. So anyway, good to be back, and I'll catch you all in the next video.